point with the radio and let's talk about this for a second. Look, I don't get a video out every week either. I'm not saying you have to, that's not the point. It's the matter that...
If you will excuse me.
That's a sad story. Maybe it is time for a new character. Let's talk about Sonic.
Sure, let's do it.
Come forth, my ultimate weapon.
Oh, grotesque! What bizarre power is this?
No platformer will beat Sonic Team.
It might be strong, but you gotta, there were a lot of lousy Sonic games too.
No, do not speak of it.
There's that one with the werehog, and Sonic Forces suck! Welcome back, everybody. This is Name That Platformer, and today with us, we have our special guest, You Gotta, because she's the only one who's willing to do this game. So, I mean, I get who I can.
Hello, internet travelers. Welcome to the most obscure game show online.
That actually interacts with me, so...
We've been together since elementary. If I was going to ditch you, I would have done it a long time ago.
Today, she's come with a rather, let's say... Oh, turn off the music, sure. Today she's come with a rather lousy opinion, I guess is the way I put it.
I believe that the Sonic series is the best video games ever made and no one can say otherwise.
Now, I like Sonic as much as the next guy. But best platformer? No way. And this is my game, so my opinion is law. We're gonna see just who actually agrees with you, because I get the feeling your opinion is not actually as widely accepted as you seem to think it is. So let's get into it. We'll start off with the general opinions of the net. Let's see what's the best rated platformer on the net.
I may or may not have been one of those Sonic kids that read all the comics and drew original characters, but putting that aside, the games are the best platformers out there. I have no doubts that others will agree with me. Sonic kids are all over the internet, after all.
Okay. Best platformers.
Get ready to lose this bet, no name.
Games. And let's say 3D specifically. Greatest of all time. We'll go with this one.
Everyone loves the classic platformers.
First one, Jak 2. That's an odd one. Honestly, I would not have picked that myself. I mean, it's okay, right? Like, Jak's fun. But,
I was unaware that was considered a platformer.
honestly, what? 3? 3's more fun.
The second has the arrow races with the giant worms, though.
Donkey Kong 64. That's classics only because of the Donkey Kong rap. There we go. I expected to see this one. I don't agree, but I expected to see it. And I expected to see this one.
Well, it was fun.
Yeah. Everyone on their 64. Prince of Persia. I completely forgot about that one.
Oh yes, the protagonist in this one was so hot.
Okay, I can see people wanting to put this one on as well. Honestly, not my game either. Sly 2. I do not know this game.
Oh, this is that game for furries.
I never have heard of this. Or if I have...
I thought it was very fun.
Now that, I actually really do. The old ones, the one that they did for the PlayStation 4 or whatever, was a complete disaster, from what I heard. The remake...
Isn't this game just a shoot and loot?
I mean, yeah, it's primarily just a thing about getting the better weapons and running around and beating up things. But I mean, there's nothing quite as satisfying as turning your enemy into a sheep with a transmagnifying gun or whatever it was called. It was just fun. I've heard about this one too. I never actually played it.
Monkey Balls is a better game anyway.
I mean, I had other things I was interested in at the time, so... Not my game. Honestly, it never interested me.
Wait, Sonic hasn't
I
shown
know
up
people
yet.
say it's like a really cool game. Also not my thing. Like,
I don't know. The purple
I
dragon
enjoyed
was fun.
the isometric Game Boy edition of them. Jet Set Radio is not exactly a platformer, in my opinion.
Jet Set is the game. It is its own genre.
Galaxy 2, Mirror's Edge. Oh, A Hat in Time! Yeah, no, that's my game right there. Okay. Guess what? That was a wash. I think we're closer to this punishment game than you realize.
So some people on the net don't understand the majesty of Sonic games. I call rematch.
I'll give you a chance. We got your last lifeline here. I have decided we're gonna call some obviously random people, no one that we pre-selected or anything like that, and we're gonna ask them their opinion on favorite platformer games. And we'll see what they say, because if they say Sonic, then you win. If they don't, well, we'll see what happens.
Hey, can you hear me?
You are the next contestant
Hello. Can you
on
hear me?
Is the Platformer Right?
Hey, what's up?
So let's talk about games. What's your favorite platformer?
Oh, my favorite platformer in terms of like video gamers?
Yep, in terms of those video gamers.
I have to what?
Favorite platform. Let's talk about your favorite platform.
I don't know enough. That's the problem. I'm not really distracted with this cookie I'm eating.
Oh, was you? That's okay. Well, okay, what platformers have you played?
I've played nothing. That's the problem. I'm so lame.
Okay, let's go over this.
Okay.
A platformer is a game, usually in third person, not specifically in third person. That's about running around, collecting random objects, and jumping from platform to platform.
Cool.
You've never played any platformer.
No.
Wait, how have you never played a platformer? I mean, I know you were old, but did you spend your entire childhood playing Oregon Trail or something?
Yeah, I've never done any platform. The only platforms I do are the ones I build with my bare hands. So,
Well,
you know.
Let's talk to someone who actually has done a platformer.
Hello.
What's your favorite platformer?
Oh, definitely Splatoon. I like the cute little aquatic humanoids, and Marissa is
Hold up,
queen.
Pony. That isn't a platformer. You're a furry. You must love the Sonic games, right?
I like Rush the Bat, but the games are not better than Splatoon.
I was sure Pony would agree with me. I think I should be worried about this, but
I just bought a shot and I'm drinking it right now.
He just downed an entire shot, dude.
I just downed that.
Oh!
Wow, you sound awful.
What?
You sound like you're calling from the past.
Yeah, he's not talking to you. Okay, what is it?
The wrong person.
Yeah, okay, what is it?
Okay, right. What's your favorite platformer?
Favorite the one that you built with your bare hands. The one I built with my bare hands.
Okay, now give an answer that wasn't coached to
don't
you.
ask any questions, just name a Sonic game, please.
My favorite platformer. Minecraft.
Foul I call, foul means being coached by a previous caller.
I mean,
Next question. I'll be taking more questions from the floor.
Okay, let's try J-Chan.
Hey, what's up?
You are the next contestant on What's That Platformer?
Come on, honey. You know what to say, right? You're my last chance here.
So what's your favorite platformer?
Favorite platformer? Maybe Mario 64? Or maybe something else, I don't know.
Well, screw you.
So, everyone, look forward to the upcoming videos by, Yugata. They might be pretty interesting, who knows? Because, there might be a slight character change that you're gonna notice.
Yeah. Look forward to my misery, everyone.
And that is all for Video Games of the Now, or whatever I called this thing. I forgot at this point. We'll play. There we go. Thank you, boys. Thank you, everyone. I love you all.
It's me, Mario. Hello.
Goodbye. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about this guy at all, other than right now. Like, I don't really care for the Mario series, and I certainly never was a fan of this game. There are better platformers, and this is not the first. So, the first 3D platformer was a game called Geographic Seal. It was made specifically for a version of the PC that was only available in Japan, and it had like a limited cult following because, you know, no one really knew about it. But apparently it was popular enough among those who did that it got a PlayStation 1 port. And that was called Jumping Flash. And that's what this is. Same basic game, it's just they reskinned it. And made it a little bit more cartoony for this. If you can call these polygons cartoonish. Kind of tankish controls and fire at everything that moves approach, you know, rather than the third person jump around that you'll get in later platformers. But yeah, this is an interesting one, and it predates the Super Mario 64, obviously, because that's why I put it in here. Not so much because of the gameplay. So, it even has levels, like this one, that basically look like they came straight out of a Wolfenstein or maybe a Doom. It's not a... Doom usually had a little bit more complicated level structures, but, you know, that kind of early first-person shooter look. Like the dungeon halls with secret rooms and stuff like that. So I thought that was a little bit curious, that being the first platformer, it didn't actually capitalize as much as you would expect. Now, this was a game I actually played, and I have rather strong opinions about, because a lot of what was, oddly, what became from Super Mario was because of this game, in a sense. So, this game was made by a team called Argonaut Software, or something like that. As you can see, it has all the things that you would expect to find in the Super Mario. And that's because it kind of was what would be the Super Mario if Nintendo didn't basically say, we've cut your contracts and we'll do our own Super Mario. Like, from what I understand, they actually were going to do a Super Mario for them, they pitched a 3D platformer, but it was going to be with Yoshi. And Nintendo just said, screw you, we'll make our own with Mario instead. And so they made Croc, which was basically their way of saying, well, we'll do our Yoshi game without actually doing Yoshi. And it's fun. I mean, honestly, I did play this when I was younger, and I'd much rather play this than Super Mario. But that's because I was never really a Nintendo fan as a kid. More than anything, I guess. But this has all the stuff you'd expect from a Super Mario. From what I heard, Croc 2 was better, but I never played that one. To be honest, I didn't even get through the entirety of this game, but that's not so much because I didn't enjoy it. It's because it was too hard when I was a kid. Like, this was something I played when I was young. Like, I remember this actual scene right here. Grabbing this ladybug. Looks so cute. Let's turn it into a big boxer. And these things creep me out. Like, you can't actually kill them, so I didn't know how to deal with them. Like, I wasn't very good at the game to begin with, but this specifically creeped me out because you find these things in other levels, but there's just so many of them right here. And here's the boss I was never actually able to beat. Like, this ladybug killed me every time. If we're talking about, let's say, the proper alternative to Mario 64, yeah, it's Glover. Like, it's also an N64 game, and it's got basically all the stuff that you'd expect from that one, down to like camera angle and all that. It's got the same kind of thing, and it's got, in my opinion, cooler mechanics. Like, yeah, Mario can go and do some fancy jumps off walls and stuff like that, but he doesn't get to bounce a ball. No, I mean, honestly, there's some pretty cool stuff in this. Like, what little I have played of 64, I was unimpressed by the puzzle mechanics, stuff like that. Like, in this, there's actually quite a bit to take a look at in way of free thinking. I mean, basically it comes down to, do you want to play with a plumber who's once again gotta take care of the kidnapped princess? Or do you want to play with a disembodied hand of a wizard who's got to, somehow has a will of its own and has to, like, fix the problems that the wizard accidentally caused upon the world? This is more fun. Like, the concept is more fun. Oh, nuts. Very groovy, I guess that's the best way to put it. And it's still generally difficult for me, which is more than I can say than, say, Mario. Mario's pretty easy. I mean, it was made for kids, so... This one actually takes a little bit of thinking. And I don't mean just my stupidity right now. I mean, to do everything, you have to go take a look around the map and figure out where you're supposed to go and how you get there. There's these stamps I've got to collect for some reason. You know, like, I'm not a postal master, but for some reason I'm supposed to be collecting stamps. And they're everywhere. Yeah, they're in these enemies. They might be in recesses like this. I mean, what are they doing back here? Now, one thing I will say about this game, which is against it, well, same thing about Super Mario. You know, I would say that about the N66. Sorry, let me rephrase. Ooh. The Super Mario 64. The level design is kind of bland. You know, it's a lot of polygonal spaces and not a lot of detail, I guess. Yeah, it is what it is. It's from the time, so you can only ask for so much. Ooh, secret. Oh, okay. They should really turn you around when you get in here. Ooh, I got rubber boots. What's the ball doing down here? Oh, it's a life, okay. Oh, cool. I guess it means I can walk on the ceiling or something. Maybe that's for going up? Oh, they take my boots off once I leave. Oh. Oh, there's things up on the ceiling. Okay. There we go. Like, stuff like this is what makes a good platformer. Just random, hidden away things, in my opinion.
Let's go.
Now, this is one I found more recently, so even I really don't understand the game all that much. It was made by Atlas, out of all things, and that's what made me want to look at it, because, you know, Atlas is the Super Groove game developer. Yeah, they make all the Personas. They made Groove on Fight, which I actually learned of from Yugata. That's like one of her favorite games, and after playing it myself, it is fun. It's actually really fun, like really brutal, but they do all that stuff, and they apparently did this, which honestly, having played this much of it, does not seem like a game they do. It's kind of hard to explain, for that matter. I appear to be a egg, and like as a night watchman in a factory, and I screwed up and turned on the factory because I like was reaching for a donut or something. And you can die pretty easy like that. But there's these critters like that will hurt you, and the hard hat that you wear is a description of how hot you are, because apparently you can boil yourself. And what else was there? Oh yeah, there's this really strange egg thing that will turn up at the end of basically every level. That there was no reference to it in the beginning. Just for some reason, there's this strange egg now in the facility that is like your evil nemesis, and it oh dear, and it will give you a boss battle, and it does like this weird dance before every boss battle. So yeah, it's very much an Atlas-like game, but it's a weird one. It's definitely a weird one. And supposedly it was a 3D platformer. Yeah, I got it because it says a 3D platformer, but this is not exactly 3D in my opinion. I mean, it's the PlayStation 1 kind of fixed cameras and what appears to be pre-made animations. So it's stretching the definition a little bit, but I'll play it. It's a strange thing to look at anyway. There we go. Yeah, you get cutscenes like this. I mean, what am I looking at? Oh, wow. That broke the camera. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there's notes everywhere. I have no idea what it's all about. Some kind of a story that I've not been paying attention to. It's kind of hard to hit these things, or let's say to dodge them, because figuring out depth in this game is kind of difficult to do. Sure, why not? I guess I didn't do that right. Yeah, that's the bad egg thing. Like, I don't get it. There's no mention as to what it's doing there, where it came from. It's just all of a sudden, as soon as the machine started, this thing started attacking me, like at the end of a level, with no explanation. So I really have no idea what it's all about. Oh, I can control these, okay. Well, this might take a while. I can't seem to figure out how to get out of the hole. Oh, here we go. Dance time. I'll make sure that the music from this was actually playing right now. I mean, why? You know what I mean? Why? Beat my boss. Well, that looks nothing like the schematic that you just showed me. Man, there's something wrong with my camera. Like, look at this thing. This is supposedly a proper PC port, but it shouldn't be doing that. I don't know. I've got my doubts that this thing was optimized all that well. Did the same energy from the first 2D platformers. Like, nothing really changed all that much. It's just the same kind of, we're running and collecting as much as we can and getting through the map as fast as we can. The interesting thing about this one especially is the RPG... Oh, wow, I hate that camera. The RPG-like nature of it, once you get into town, it's just a bunch of random people to talk to for seemingly no reason. I mean, honestly, I kind of dig these games specifically because it was brought in the introduction of the Chow and the Chaos stuff. You know, like, that was just fun, in my opinion. I never did understand there's an orca here. But I mean, overall, this entire platformer is based on the concept of how fast you can go. So, and how much you can collect. So it's not really one of those where you sit around and you explore, which, let's say, can be a little bit of a sadness, in my opinion. I enjoy, who's that? Oh. I'm gonna lose a life trying to deal with him. Ooh. Nothing really changed all that much. It's just the same kind of, we're running and collecting as much as we can and getting through the map as fast as we can. The interesting thing about this one especially is the RPG... Oh, wow, I hate that camera. The RPG-like nature of it, once you get into town, it's just a bunch of random people to talk to for seemingly no reason. I mean, honestly, I kind of dig these games specifically because it was brought in the introduction of the Chow and the Chaos stuff. You know, like, that was just fun, in my opinion. I never did understand there's an orca here. But I mean, overall, this entire platformer is based on the concept of how fast you can go. So, and how much you can collect. So it's not really one of those where you sit around and you explore, which, let's say, can be a little bit of a sadness, in my opinion. I enjoy, who's that? Oh. I'm gonna lose a life trying to deal with him. Ooh. You can get some good music. I mean, it's not the meme magic of the second game and the Escape from the City soundtrack and yo, there's Knuckles kind of stuff, but it's still fun. Oh yeah.
Step on panel number 1. It will take you to panel number 2. Then immediately jump from panel number 2. Then it will take you to panel number 3. And so on, and so on.
Oh, look at all of those. I hit the instructions, lady. Wow, my camera is broken. This is a PC game, by the way. I mean, maybe it's an old PC game, I'll give it that. But I did not expect for the camera to be dead. So there's some interesting things to be seen around here. You know, like this is... I can't say I exactly understood what I'm supposed to do with the thing, but you see that metal egg there. It'll drop if you go hit this over here. But I don't really know where I'm supposed to put it. It's not a cow egg. A chow. CH. Gotta go fast. I've always wondered what kind of civilization they're trying to play with here. I mean, I always thought it was supposed to go there, but then, you know, I found out that this was for what do you call it? Some kind of a wind rock you get later that like blows stuff up more, so it doesn't actually do anything here. I still don't know what this is for. It doesn't matter though, I mean, as far as I know. But yeah, they're just kind of chanting. It's like, yeah! I'm thinking... it's gonna get some people angry today. Kind of like how, was it, Nintendo had to pull off, the earlier version of their, Ocarina of Time, if I'm remembering the story correctly. Because one of their temples had, like, Islamic chants in it. And, Muslims got angry. Because, I mean, they're Muslims, they get angry. What's this about? Burger shop guy? Isn't that just, like, the video game equivalent of the Kentucky Fried Colonel? Well, here you go. Well, what do you want me to... okay, enough of you and your problems, woman. If you can't figure out what to do with your statue when I put next to you, then I don't care. Oh, look at that. They even make mention of the old Saturn game, and was it Night into Dreams or something? Never actually played the game. Didn't look like something I'd be interested in. You know, you just kind of spin around and collect souls or something. Oh, wow. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Here we go. Nice. I shall be gambling for the next hour or so. I wish the camera would actually show you. There we go. Tails, this is getting exceptionally gay. Get out of the shower room with me. I mean, that's a great way to beat the casino, right? If you can't get the rings you need, you just beat it out of the machines rather than actually play them. Oh well, enough of this. Let's go get that Chaos Emerald. That's fun. Woo! Where'd you come from? Could you kindly remove your butt from the screen? Wait. This is a bit more, let's say, nostalgic for me than anything else, because I will admit, even in the realms of platformers, this thing comes up a bit short. Well, let me rephrase. Simplistic. In way of, say, a platformer and stuff you do with the platformers. Look at that. All those Matanui stones. That's one thing that I really don't like about this game, the recharging. You run out of energy way too fast. So you're constantly doing that. Just sitting around and recharging. I mean, basically, toes are solar panels or something. There are things to collect. Light stones. All these lovely light stones. But they don't really do anything. And the attack system is very simplistic. You don't actually attack with your sword in this case, you're just like slinging energy at things. So yeah, it's simplistic when it comes down to it. But it's the nostalgia and or styling, I guess, that most of us actually cared about when we liked the game. Honestly, it is a good story, but then you get into, you know, they changed up the actual places where this took place, and they changed up the Toa to things that I honestly didn't care about. I mean, the thing that I liked about the Metro Nui section of the story was, you should all realize I'm talking about Bionicle and not actually this game at this point, but I'm sure you know that. The thing I liked about Metro Nui was, if you actually paid attention to the story, you'd realize that it's talking about the elders in this current era. They, and it's how, the rather, let's say, complicated system of cities that this island once was, turned into, this tribalistic island that it is now. And you only have these old elders who used to be the Toa back in that time. So it's fun. I like the original stuff. Of course, the Borax. Gotta like those. Look at these little guys. Aren't they just so well designed? Wake one, you wake them all. They're so expensive now, too, if you actually try to look at the prices for getting these. Then again, I guess that's all Legos, but I don't know. That's what 3D printers are for. Now that is some good acting, right?
Must tell the others. Chronicler, sightseeing, are you?
I was investigating the totem and saw a great canoe mass floating on the lava.
You should return to the Coro. It's dangerous here.
Yeah, it's not like that was important at all. Surely that's not the Mask of Light that he's talking about. I mean, you get levels like this, you know, just skiing with your, or snowboarding? Snow shielding? Whatever you want to call it. With your little Matoran buddies. Oh, stupid Ronnie. If I sound like I haven't remembered the names of these things too well, it's because it's been quite a few years since I played this game or thought about Bionicle in general. It's all childhood memories. One of the reasons I like robots and things, I guess. Where'd that come from? This is a fun level. Honestly, this was probably my least favorite of the Toa, which, I mean, I don't know, it's just, she carries around like anchors or something. Never interested me. Like, water? I don't know. I've always been a pyromaniac, whatever you call it. Actually my favorite was Koharu, because I was a bit of a fan of the edgelords, you know, like, ooh, he's a bad boy. So, you know, it's fairly classic. I mean, this one is, let's say, the most platformy out of all of them, which I think is why I always liked it the best. You've got the swimming that you gotta do, you've got these different levels that you've gotta go scale, different little puzzles that you have to solve. This one gave you a little bit of a room to go explore the area, so I enjoyed it a lot when I was younger. I still do. This is probably the one reason I get the game now, just to go do this again.
I'm coming to save you.
But no, I was supposed to save you. You're not a tutorial guide. What are you doing? Thank you for telling me the obvious. What is wrong with your face? What is wrong with your face? You've been possessed with the Makuta woman. I hate that. Rather than having you run around or slide something, you don't even have control of your other than just speed. You don't have control of where you're going. You're just here to avoid obstacles and things, which is surprisingly hard. This is the hardest level in the entire game. As you can see, it still gets me even today. Come, little Mitora, let us go. We shall ride the train through Onuwahi. Now, when we're talking about some Sonic games where speed was not everything, I guess, well, Sonic Heroes was a good one. Like, there was a lot of different ways you could approach. You had 3 different characters specifically for that purpose, and you could go find hidden items and things to get bonus levels. There was just a little bit more to go explore. Now, the best for that, even with the time limit, the thing about the Sonic games is you always had this time limit that kind of gave you a score. You can see it ticking away in the upper left there. But in the later ones, it really didn't mean all that much. So when you get to like Shadow the Hedgehog, which he's the edgy one, so of course, you know, he was my favorite because he's the edgy one. I always liked this level. This was this green emerald city where there's giant power stations. It was a fun one. The one thing that I was, let's say, kind of biased, I guess is the best way to put it, towards the players in this game. You had like an easy to a difficult setting, but it wasn't actually explicit as to how it worked. So people tended to choose the game they wanted to play. You know, you can play with 4 different teams. The problem is, if your favorite team happens to have, let's say, Amy in it, you know, you end up on like the super easy mode. And if your favorite team happens to have, let's say, someone like Shadow, that's the super difficult mode. So it actually changes up the course. So it is interesting in that fashion because you'll find the maps are different for the different characters to some description. They add things, they take away things. It's just different. And with the chaotics, it's completely different, usually in the actual goal. It's not just a run to the end. This is let's say, straight out of the earlier games, where the 2D ones, where you had these special stages where they had you going down these tubes, and in this one you're chasing after the Chaos Emerald, which honestly it's just there for the game, so I realize that, but I always wonder, why is it that they're so easy to get a hold of, like they seem to be in every game. It's like, collect them all, and then next thing you know, someone has lost them all again, and you gotta go collect them again. Yeah, it's kind of like Dragon Balls. You use them or something, and then you have to go find them all. I don't know. That's the way I see it, because they're so quickly lost once you get them.
Gotcha, my darling Sonic.
I need those coins. I used to be good at this. It's all a matter of timing. But, I mean, if you... Okay, that was awful. I've lost the magic touch. Like, I played a few pachinko games. I was okay with that. But, obviously I've lost the skill of the Sonic jackpots. Well, nuts. Let's do that again. Can we get... Oh, there we go. Oh. I refuse. There we go. Give me all the coins. It's actually a really good platformer. You have the different biomes that you would expect. Like this one specifically is kind of interesting. You have these trees, saws in the trees. For some reason, propane burners in the trees. Then you have like ice biomes, lava biomes, underwater biomes. Nice grasslandy biomes. It's just nice. It's a fun place. Fun place to go play with. And in way of things to go collect, here and there, it's all over the place. And it's a matter of what your skill level will let you do. Because it's not necessary to really collect anything. You just need to get to the end. But the more you can collect, the more you unlock. Basically like any other game. Oh, nuts. But yeah, this one's pretty good. I say it, I cannot complete this level. Oh, look at this, right? There's just so much happening. I'm glad they have the ability to just hang on like that. I don't think I'd have the skill to get this by my... Oh, like that. And actually, if you are... in every level, there's a little emblem thing that'll take you to like one of the proper Pac-Man maze games in this kind of 3D style. Just, it's the original game. Ooh, wow, that was close. So, one for each level. I'll show you the town here in a second. Yeah, that was completely unnecessary. That was just if you wanted to collect stuff there. Oh, dig this. This is fun. Like, supposedly, there's a Pac World 1, I never played it, so I don't know what it's like. 2 was the first one that I did, and I did do 3 because I ended up liking 2 so much, but I discovered that 3 is not as good. Like, it's more of a, let's say, character-driven story, which is kind of odd, because, you know, we're dealing with this yellow thing. Oh, wow. We're dealing with this yellow thing, and a bunch of goofy ghosts. So, trying to make it into this epic was a little strange. I didn't really enjoy it. But the second one, this is probably one of the best platformers around, honestly, in my opinion. Just for the amount of things it'll have you do and things that you go see. Speaking of which, let's go see the town. There's a lot of stuff to do in this little village as well. A lot of backyards and collectibles, if you can actually manage to do the hopping around to reach it. And someone's stupid dog. I've never understood why they was kept in the backyard here. Of course, this is like the arcade area, where you can play older Pac-Man games. Which was kind of interesting, because, you know, that's what the tokens unlock. You get enough of those tokens, you can unlock stuff like this. Yes, I know. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. For some reason, Mrs. Pac-Man is super expensive. But, where is it? Did I pass it? Pack Attack. Yeah, this is it. This one's curious. This one's unlike any other Pac-Man game I ever played. It was, it's kind of like Tetris. I mean, if you've seen Yugata, she plays, Eggmania, which is honestly pretty fun. Oh wow, this is way too fast. But yeah, it's a Tetris-like thing. Wow, this is too fast. I'm not gonna be good at this. Give me a break. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear. I see this ending very quickly. I thought this was normal. I mean, I didn't ask for hard. This is supposed to be normal, right? It certainly doesn't feel normal. How did I miss that? There we go. I mean, this is cool, right? You have, icy rivers, giant mountainsides, rocks you have to jump. Fish for some reason. There's not much I would really criticize about it. It's got everything that you would expect from a platformer, and then some. This is one of the few platformers that has a stealth system, which always interested me, because it's just not something that's commonly a thing. You know, like, you'll have the run away from the thing chasing you, and you'll have the tightrope balancing, kind of, mini sections of platformers. Like, there's a lot of stuff that you'd normally see, but you don't really see the sneaking all that often, and this one did this quite well, but I came back here specifically because my music's dead. I don't know what that's all about. Oh, well, there it is. No, and the music as well, actually, is really good in this game. Like, platformers can have hit or miss, because it's not the actual...
Beautiful day, isn't it?
Good day, Gamma.
I seem to have lost my quilting needle somewhere in town. If you find it, could you please bring it to me?
Certainly, Gamma.
I mean, just stuff like this, right?
Oh, I'm hungry. It's almost noon and I've only had 2 breakfasts. There's a lovely seed cake cooling in my windowsill. I think I'll head home for a morsel before lunch.
It's just fun. There's just so much to hear. There's so much to... the music died again. Whatever.
Bilbo Baggins, I saw your visitor. Are you meddling with wizards?
Wizards are meddling with me.
Another lad going off into the blue for mad adventures. You might as well be some use before you go. Fetch my butter churn, please.
Where is it?
It's in the shed round the corner. Just place the butter churn on the porch when you find it.
I decided to show you the beginning level, specifically, because here in Hobbiton, it's more or less like the tutorial level, so it shows you most, like, the invisibility ring you'll get later, you don't actually see in this, but most of all, what the game does, it tutorializes here. So it's a good place to show just all the different little systems.
Thank you, Bilbo. Have some berry crumble tea cakes. I made them fresh this morning. Oh, and Bilbo, watch out for that wizard.
One thing that I really did like about the game back when I originally played it is how close it seemingly tried to carry itself in style to the old Hobbit animation. If you saw that, it's like the 70s or something. It's been a long time. Oh, just so there's no misunderstanding, I'm not actually... Wow, that's funny. I love that. The, all these things are technically PC games. It might not exactly come off like that. Like, the ports sometimes can be problematic with more modern controllers. And I'm noticing that with this one. The camera angling is kind of odd. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I'm not actually, let's say, a big Lord of the Rings fan. Like, Tolkien did some good stories, but I like this game more than I like any of the real stuff done by the best adaptation, really, in my opinion, of it. That and the animation. I like the Hobbit animation.
I heard there was a wizard skulking around Hobbiton. I heard he was seen near your place. I hope he isn't causing any trouble with his dangerous fireworks and putting spells on
Is it near? Does that sound like the old English Valley Girl? I don't have time to talk with all the people I'm talking to. See, stuff like this. This is one of the things that makes a good platformer, in my opinion. You know, like, you could say, I should be putting, what? Crash Bandicoot in here? And, I mean, it's a okay platformer, but it's linear. I don't like linear platformers all that much, because they're, lacking? You know, like, there's not as much to do. It's about, per se, mad skill to get through something perfectly rather than just exploration. Like with this, I'm already having to do 5 or 6 side quests before I even get to my actual destination. So how do I aim? I forgot. Oh, there we go. This guy over by the well here, he drowned his wife in the well in the books. That's why he's like standing guard, because this is just around the time that he did it, and he's keeping people away. So if you actually go and talk to him, he's like, you can kind of see that the actual well itself.
What are you doing?
See what I mean? Like, it's kind of going up and down. There's like someone struggling in the water down there.
What are you doing?
He's just, keep away, keep away, keep away. So, sorry, I can't do anything about it. It's just, he put it in there just to put it in there, which is nice. That was my fake Tolkien lore for the day. I hope you enjoyed it. Honestly, I've always wondered what this was all about. It's just some kind of, I mean, it might be a side quest I've never understood, but it just seemed like the man and the mysterious well.
Wanna play some hide and seek? I'm afraid I'm in a bit of a hurry.
We'll go hide, you seek. Ready? Go!
Children.
And of course, it's entirely optional to do this. But if you do...
The bridge is out.
But I need to get to the other side.
I could fix it.
I forgot how much I like that guy's voice.
Nails.
The bridge is out.
Hammer. I saw Carl playing with it up by the waterfall. There are some jars in the mill. You'll have to break them open to get the nails. Bring back me hammer and nails, and I'll fix the bridge.
I mean, when it comes down to it, the voice acting in this game is a lot better than a lot of the other games. You take for Sonic, for instance. As much as I find it funny that you have this hedgehog that's going, wow! You know? Like, his voice, and Tails' voice, and Shadow's voice, and the way that they all kind of have this awkward pause between each other. This one was done pretty well, comparatively. There we go. It's a kid.
You got me! That was fun!
All these crystals that I'm gathering actually don't have any monetary value. They're experience points that level up your hit boxes of sorts, because there's a lot of fighting nasty things in this game. Remember, any mushroom that you see in this game, or I guess in real life. Oh, that was stupid. What was I doing there?
Hello, Bilbo. We still need more supplies for our journey. If you happen to find any provisions, bring them back to me.
Oh yeah, there's lockpicking, because you're a burglar. I forgot how to do this. There we go. It might look like I'm new to this game. I've just not played it in a long time.
You did it. You may look like your father, but you have your mother's Tookish blood in you.
I think I was supposed to talk to her first. Okay.
We still need a few provisions before we can go.
Righto, fatter one.
Good day to you, Mr. Baggins.
Hello, Holman.
It's a sad name. Yeah, like, a lot of people have names after their professions. His profession must be digging holes.
Scarecrows are useless. Look at those crows, sitting there mocking me.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'll give you a sack of wheat.
Oh. Okay. Battle music. Engage.
Thank you, Bilbo. I thought I'd never get rid of those crows.
I didn't mention it. I'm very English, don't you know? Oh, this is where you're supposed to be sneaking. Battle music. Engage! Blueberry time. Nothing quite like a bit of thieving. How did he see me?
I thought you were a badger. Chasing badgers is not good for my back. Have I told you about this ache in my back? Oh, my aching bone tends to act.
Oh, game over? You were caught for the next 2 days listening to his backache, and the dwarves abandoned you. Okay, the end. Now, this is one of those games that, specifically, Yugata likes. She likes basically anything that was done by a Sonic team. And I can't say I exactly understood it, because, you know, it's some kid with these chickens. I mean, setting aside the suit, you just stomp on things, and, you, like, these eggs grow bigger from feeding them fruit. It was always a very strange thing to me. It was not something that I particularly liked, but I put it on here for her sake. It's another one of the hub world kind of games. What I will say about it... Oh, what? Okay. That's fine. What I will say about it, for a Sonic team, it's not actually, let's say, as concerned with speed as all the other ones, which is to its benefit, actually. There's more things to see. And then you do this, right? I mean, you like feed these eggs, and then you do rooster cries at them, and they hatch. I don't know. I don't understand it. And you get scores for like how many you hatch or something. Okay. Oh, I got a penguin. Powers of water and life. Oh, he follows me. Okay. Like I said, this is Yugata's game. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. To begin with, the whole concept is strange. There's like Morning Land, where all these chickens live, and this kid was like sucked up into Morning Land to deal with crows or something. And now I'm fighting a lizard? Yeah. Billy Hatcher, everyone. It's a game. Now this one specifically I know was covered by Yugata already, because she loves this game. But I thought I'd talk about it briefly just to use it as an example of what's a, let's say, almost perfect platformer. This one is really good for a few reasons. The amount of things to collect in this specifically is pretty crazy. I mean, you have 300 opals that you have to get, say, if you want to be a completionist, each level. And you have all the thunder eggs, which was that thing that I just picked up. Shut up, I've done all this. And again, and you have these little guys in cages, and picture frames, and what else was there? There was a lot to collect in this. There's a lot. And when you do, actually, it like opens up this special world at be like super into the game. But beyond that, just the amount of detail put into the setting. It's not per se high graphics. It's just well thought out. You know, things that like all these little reeds in the water, all the animals that just run around for no apparent reason. Yeah, there's one of them. Little guy in a cage here. Everything's been really well done in this game. That's why I kind of like it. I mean, only the first one, honestly. The second one became a little... oh, golden cogs. That's right. You gotta collect those too. They give you new boomerangs. But the second one put too much emphasis on the opals. The original purpose of them is to more or less convert them. Like 300 equals one thunder egg. Like there's a machine that makes it into that. So when the second one kind of turned it into a currency system, the whole value of them went away. Because instead of just collecting, let's say 300, now you're collecting thousands on end. The second one was a curiosity. They would try to make it a little bit more, let's say, town building, I guess is the best way to put it. It's gonna, you'd have to play it to understand what I mean. It's drastically different than the first one. So I didn't really like it, but she was a fan of the entire series. So, look to her if you're gonna see something like that. I just thought I'd put it in here to talk about this. I mean, things like this, right? This is what makes the first one so nice, is everything's connected by this hub world here. And this is honestly an unnecessary level, but it's been so well made for you just to go explore, and there's a lot of stuff to see in this place. I like it, honestly. It hits me in the right places. Like, I've been to Australia, and I don't know, it's a great game. I really like it. When a game gets too good, it's hard to quantify. Oh, I'll show you this. Over here is where the portal to the secret bonus world comes when you actually do everything. There you go. Where that rainbowy thing is. There'll be a portal there when you collect everything. This was an oddity. Always has been to me. Because when you hit this, that starts moving. Now, you'd think, okay, there's a reason for it to move. I always thought there must be a way to get on it before it reaches its location, because it's a type of thing that you can't actually get on when you're swimming in the water. It's too high. So you have to be able to jump on it from a proper area where you can jump. There's nowhere that you can actually land on it, period. I've tried several times. From getting out of that cave, racing out of that cave, to getting over here where it lands in the lake. And it kind of positions itself over this rainbow scale that you're supposed to collect. Which, okay. The thing is, later on in this game, you'll have a pair of boomerangs that can make ice on the water. So it's entirely unnecessary to actually have that, because you can make platforms out to the rainbow scale. I never understood what that was for. It was always been a mystery to me. When I was younger, very mysterious, and I spent way too much time trying to figure out how that worked. But that's a unpleasant story for another time.
Goodbye!
Out of all things, why? What do you? Yeah, hi, I'm recording. What's happening? Oh, hold up. Okay, can you hear me now? How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. This is going in the outtakes, so enjoy it while you can.
Wait, it's going in the what? Oh, are you filming?
Yep.
Hi, how are you? Listen, I am confident enough in my, yeah, I'm getting where I'm going with that. I am confident. I am a confident